God damn it. Hello. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties, me and my speech as well. All right, so I am live now. I would like to thank everyone who has purchased my book. I would love to thank everyone who wants to purchase it and who hasn't, and they will. Thank you in advance. And I'm just going to go ahead and discuss my book. So if there's any comments or any questions that you guys have, feel free to leave them below. Or if there's anything that you don't want to have happy public, send me a private message. Hello. Oh, I can bring you on camera? Oh, look at this. This is some newfangled technology. Hello, friends. So, I know that my book wasn't the easiest read. I know that it wasn't something that it wasn't a Harry Potter book, that's for damn sure. You can't just read it and be all like, oh, this is cool. So, and I thank you all for sticking with me and reading the whole thing. There are some themes that I know that a lot of people don't want to address, but we're going to address them here. And if you're uncomfortable, I apologize for your being uncomfortable. You can go away. Thank you. Now, so my first book, my book actually discuss childhood abuse. It goes into a lot of things that are prevalent in America at the moment, and actually worldwide. I speak about surviving it and conquering a lot of things. So that's the reason why my book is called Sheila the Conqueror. I'm nervous. I don't like speaking publicly. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. One of the main things I wanted to discuss is accountability. A lot of people in this nation are not being accountable for their actions. There's was that senator guy in Alabama who's going around molesting girls at 14 and he thinks he can get away with it because, oh, they didn't talk about it? Bullshit. A lot of women don't talk about it because they don't want to make a scene. And it's sad, but it's true. I didn't talk about my abuse a long time ago because I didn't want to be the one to ruin the family or mess up the family because you can't talk about it. They can do the shit, but you're not allowed to talk about it, apparently. Thank you. This is one thing that's irking me. Men doing shit and getting away with it. And then thinking that if no one holds them accountable, they don't have to hold themselves accountable. That is ridiculous. And women too. Women do shit and get away with it and they think they don't have to be held accountable as well. Like you bitches out there that are faking and lying about boys raping you, fuck you, bitch. You need your ass whooped. Okay? You need your ass whooped. That shit is not cute. That shit is not funny. That shit is not fun. You need your ass beat. You lying hoe. Tired of this shit. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people getting away with it because they can't prove that they were attacked. That's some bullshit as well. I should not have to prove to you that I was attacked. If I say you attacked me, you attacked me. But I shouldn't be able to lie about it either. So it's a lot. It's a lot of things. There's so many different issues with this that I'm not being very articulate at the moment. But, oh well. Be mad. This is me. Oh, and also the whole sexual harassment. People need to learn the difference between getting hit on and being sexually harassed. There's two different things. Trust. I mean, I'm hit on all the time. I'm not sexually harassed all the time, but people need to know there's a difference. A guy will hit on you. It's going to happen. They're going to try it. All you have to say is, no, thank you, goodbye. And that's it. I mean, just smile and say, I'm good. What's the problem? How hard is it? How hard is that? So, it's a lot. There are a lot of issues that are not being addressed in society. So, I'm bringing somebody on. Hi, Daddy!
I'm here.
All right, I'm glad you're here. I'm just going over like some overviews about what I was talking about. I did my little rant about females lying on dudes. So we'll see how well that works out. But
I
that
know.
it irks me though because I've heard so many girls doing this shit. They think they can get away with that. That's wrong. That is wrong, and it's wrong for these men to be get away with attacking women. I'm just accountability. Accountability is what's needed right now. Seriously, is what's needed. Tired of people getting away with things and no one's being held responsible. Not one person is being held responsible. So
Right.
I want to thank those who bought my book and those who want to buy it. Thank you in advance for purchasing it. It is not an easy read. I understand that, but it is necessary. For those idiots who, I had someone say, "Oh, you doing this for attention?" I get attention anyways. I don't do anything for attention. I'm just me. So get mad. I'm telling my truth. And if that upsets you, if that makes you uncomfortable, go away. Goodbye. Have a good day though. And I know that sounds, combative or whatever, but I don't have time for negativity. I don't have time for people thinking they can get away with it. I don't have time for racism. I don't have time for sexism. I don't have time for this. What needs to happen in a society is a correction. We need to go back to us being all together. I'm tired of this old liberals and conservatives. What the hell? Ugh. I got an anonymous question that says, why do you think people hide their abuse? That's a multifaceted one. I hid my initial abuse because it was one, a shame thing, because in society, a woman's reputation is literally all she has, unfortunately. And if you can destroy that reputation before she can even become a member of society, basically, then you can do anything you want to that girl. You call that girl fast and you can do whatever. My birth certificate is evidence of a crime. My mother was 15 when she gave birth to me. And people get away with attacking children because, especially foster kids, because they're seen as, society's throwaways. No one cares about them. They're illegitimate automatically. Me being a light-skinned woman on the south side of Chicago, I was automatically illegitimate. And as an illegitimate child, people think they have the right to attack you and do whatever they want to you because no one cares for you. No one's going to stick up for you, unfortunately. It happens. And then the other one is they don't want to be a bother. My fear and my burden through life was not wanting to be a burden to someone else. I didn't want to bring my pain to somebody else. I didn't want to bring my upset to somebody else. So somebody got away with attacking me because I didn't want to get that person in trouble. I didn't want to cause a fuss. You don't want that attention. You don't want negative attention for sure. So that is one of the reasons why me personally, I did not reveal my attack until years later. That is why. And it sucks that that person was able to get away with it because I'm pretty sure they may have attacked someone else. And if they did, I apologize to that person that they attacked. I apologize thoroughly. But I did not want to be a disruption to my household. I also did not want to be a disruption to society. I didn't want to bring that to people. You don't want to be known as that. You don't. It's something that it hurts. It sucks to have that as what you are. Literally, people will use that against you and talk about you. I was in foster care and it sucks. Those girls, women are evil, unfortunately. And if you get a bunch of broken women together, they will find something to pick you apart and they will go after it. I mean, when I was in the Delaney House in Georgia, I don't know if it still exists, but that was a crappy place to live, just like Waters Group Home. I don't care if that exists either. Both of those places sucked because of the people that were there. The girls have complete autonomy to do whatever they want. And you get a bunch of 14-year-olds in a group together, nobody wants them, no one cares for them, they most definitely will run havoc. And they will find one person and they will destroy that person. They will tear them down. That is the reason we don't want isolation. We don't want to be isolated that way. We are social creatures. And because we are social creatures, we want love. We want to be accepted. So we accept pain. We accept abuse. We accept being talked down upon because we don't want to be the person that disrupts everyone else's life. We don't want to mess up Christmas dinner. But Uncle Johnny over there touching somebody, well, we don't want to say something because that might mess up everything else. He can get away with it. He can go around doing all that stuff because no one wants to be the one that disrupts the flow. Unfortunately, that's going to have to be me now. I will be the fly in your ointment. But I mean, that's honestly why they don't want. And then it is a stigma. I mean, literally, people look down upon you. They think that they find you broken. They say something's wrong with you. Oh, I mean, she was attacked when she was a child, so something's clearly not right with her. Or they call you fast, which is another thing that irks me to my soul. A 7-year-old is not fast. A grown-ass man should not be lusting after a 7-year-old. And that grown-ass man should not have a right to attack that 7-year-old and then call her fast and say it's her fault for his feelings. You're a grown-ass man. If you can control your urges, something is wrong with you, not that child. And to the women who sit there and blame the girls too as well for their husbands and boyfriends attacking them, something is wrong with you. How dare you? How dare you? Something is seriously wrong with you. And you need to step back and evaluate yourself. Maybe you don't need therapy. Maybe you just need to do self-reflection. But I don't know, therapy worked for me. But that was just one question. I'm sorry that was a long answer to that one question. But yeah, that is the reason why a lot of girls do not come forward with their abuse. Because one, they don't want the shame of it. They don't want to relive the shame of it. Because once you say it, you got to go on and on about it. Because they want to know every detail too. They want to know what you was wearing, who said what, why you was there, why you ain't just leave. There are lots of reasons for that. He shouldn't have the right to do that. And it's sad. It really is sad because I know for a fact that so many girls right now are talking crap about another girl right now, calling her fast, saying that she's this and she's that because she was attacked and she did not know how to deal with her attack. And then there's some girls who there's multiple things that happens when you are attacked very young. You can become promiscuous, where you look for love in that way, and you think that's the only way that someone will love you is if you give yourself, or you can become bottled up, where you literally will shut down any contact between a man. Now, I know a lot of girls who would not be lesbians if they had not been attacked, unfortunately. They chose not to have male contact because men, unfortunately, are the one doing these things. And there are women who do it too as well. And there are sick bitches out there who need their ass beat too. What would be your advice for those who are currently in a similar situation? What I did was told someone that did not know me. Because what happens is we tell as someone who we trust, and a lot of times that person who we trust knows that other person, and they would rather protect that person than actually help you. Because I actually told someone who actually trusted that was going on, and they's like, I got you, I'm gonna make sure that ain't gonna happen no more. No, tell someone who you don't know, someone who is an adult that you don't know. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. I have to go to my school, and I love Paul D. West Middle School in East Point, Georgia. I love you because you took me out of that place. So I told someone else. I'm getting emotional. It happens. Oh well. But that is my advice. Because yeah, a lot of times you tell your trusted adult, you can go to church and you tell somebody in the pastor, and they gonna make you pray for that person. Unfortunately, I've heard that too. I have to pray for my attacker because God understands sin. And God forgives that sin. God may forgive that sin, but He did not correct that behavior. Unfortunately, that behavior needs to be corrected by the person who's doing it. Like I said, there needs to be a correction in this society. It needs a thorough correction. We need to bring back banishment. I'm tired of this too. Why don't we do that no more? We don't banish nobody. Is that wrong? It's cruel and unusual punishment. Get out of my society. If you cannot function correctly in my society, you are banished. Go away. If you think you have the right to attack people and do anything that you want to them, go away. Go by yourself and live that way, because we cannot have you in my society if you think that's okay. That's not okay. None of that is okay. So for those who are currently going through that, tell somebody else. You might have to tell a stranger. You might have to tell a doctor, somebody. Tell somebody. Because you got to get out of that. You can't. You can't. I mean, at 13 years old, I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't just go off somewhere. It's not safe. And being a light-skinned girl in Eastport, Georgia, where was I going to go that was going to be safe? And even the safe places wasn't even that safe for me. So there's literally nothing really. Yeah, I said banish, banish, get out, go away. Banished, banished, as Shakespeare would say. You are no longer allowed in my society from henceforth. You can go on an island and fend for yourself. You get no foods, no likes, no shares. Yes, if you cannot function in my society, you must leave it. Get mad at me. You did it, not me. I still love you, and I forgive you as a person, but I do not forgive the action. You did that shit. The hell I look like? Allowing you to come back into my neighborhood and my society after you attacking people. What's wrong with you? No. Killing people. No, not off with their heads. I don't condone murder, but if you can't fend for yourself, be mad. Hey. We created a society for a reason. That wasn't for you to attack anybody in my society. That was our agreement as people on this earth, that we were going to create societies. If we were, it wouldn't be nobody here. It'd be one person in a hut. My first book, my next step is to write another book. But no, I would like to expand on that. My second book will be an expansion of my childhood. I want to go more into detail because my first book, I didn't even mention a lot of things. I have 8 brothers and I got 3 sisters, and most of them aren't even mentioned. I ain't even talked about my daddy. Hey, daddy. Like, he's not even mentioned. Like, there are people that weren't mentioned because I wrote the first book back in 2013, and it was written for a specific audience. It was written for the sister to sister mentoring program, which is for girls who are in foster care who are dealing with a lot of things that foster care gives you. Because people, honestly, the foster care system is a joke. It's necessary, but it's a complete joke. They don't care about those kids. They truly do not care about those kids. They are numbers and bodies. And if that body winds up missing, oh well. Oh well. They don't care about runaways. Shoot, I was a runaway. I was on the runaway list so many times. Lord, they don't care. As long as I can collect taxes or whatever for you, you are just another person in our life. And that's what's wrong, because there's no love in foster care. There are people who do love the foster kids, yes, and I'm not going to say that there's not, but when you are in foster care and you're one of thousands of kids, you don't feel loved. And that is something that we need as a society. People say we don't need that. We do. We need oxygen and we need love. Those are two things we have to have. I'm sorry. Because what's happening is without this love in our society, it's dying. It is destroying itself. It is decaying before our eyes. And we have no idea why. Because we don't have, no one's being held accountable for their actions. No one's actually owning up to what they did. There's a dude in Alabama right now. There's a bunch of girls that said he was 14 years old. Okay, why was he a grown man at a child's recital when he ain't got no kids? Am I crazy? You don't need to be there. You up there looking at cheering, and you don't need to be looking at cheerings. And his wife gonna say, well, oh, it's romantic. Girl, you was 14 years old. You stupid. Nasty. I'm sorry, that irks me. Things like that. And they're getting away with it because, it was just liberal women. That makes no sense. Because you know what happens is a person will do something to you that they would never dream of doing to someone else. John had 5 kids. He only raped one of them. He wouldn't dream of touching his other kids. I mean, seriously. People will do something to one person that they most definitely would not do to another. And it's on that person to prove that they did it, right? No, I'm tired of this. People need to own up to what they're doing in society. This is a society. We are social creatures for a reason. And if you keep messing up my society, I'm gonna have to banish you. I'm sorry. You are not allowed in my nation no more. You can go away. My people built this. Those Native Americans, they owned this before this. Those Asians, they built that railroad. Those Mexicans, they're up there picking your food right now. So yeah, this is my society. This is our society. And if you cannot function in that society, you do not need to be in it. That's my opinion. I'm not the president, so I can't just go around banishing folks no more. Anyways, we're gonna figure this out as a society. We need a reunion. We need barbecues. We need steak cookouts. We need carne asadas. We need all of this. Yes. We need luau's. We need to come together as a society and mend, because what is happening is a rift, and what we need is a correction. I'm tired of it. I'm an American and I love my nation, and I refuse to live in a destroyed nation. I refuse. I refuse. Get mad. A correction is needed, and people need to start with their own accountability. Men shouldn't be able to get away with attacking children. And children should live in a society where they aren't attacked. Literally. And then that's not even just children. Grown men attack grown women too, and attack grown men too. And I'm tired of this. I'm tired of people doing atrocious things and getting away with it because they have power. No. We're done with this right now. We need to abolish the 13th Amendment. Bitch, you out your goddamn mind. Fuck you. Anyways, have fun with that thought. Enjoy your day with that, sir. I'm not abolishing no amendments. We're going to need to make a new amendment. Says you can't be a fucking idiot. We need to amend, saying that we need not to abolish it, because no. You ain't gonna bring me back to a slave. I promise you that ain't gonna happen. But what we do need to is doing another amendment that says if you go to jail, you ain't a slave. Yeah, because they locking us up and making us slaves again. That's fun. That's awesome. Ain't that great? No, it doesn't need to be abolished. It just needs to be corrected. A correction is what's needed. That's what people are always trying to change stuff. No, we don't need to change it. We need to correct it. What the hell is wrong with people? Everyone wants change. I don't want to change shit. I want to correct it. There's a difference. Tired of this. Everyone wants to spread hope. Fuck hope. Hope is wishing mixed with doubt, and I have no doubt it's what I want to do. I have complete faith in this and I know what's going to happen, but I need the society to be on board with this correction. If you are going to be an idiot and if you think that you don't have to hold yourself accountable for your actions, then that you got another thing coming in my America. We will banish you. I don't care. I'm serious. Joke if you want to. I'm banishing people from now on. You get out of my society. Swim for yourself. You get no nothing. No likes, no shares. How do you correct it, ma'am? I don't know. I don't know. And it comes from within. Individually, we need to be held responsible for our actions. God says, love thy neighbor as thy love thyself. If you don't love yourself, how are you going to love anybody else? People don't love themselves anymore. That's the reason why we're going around attacking people, because we don't love ourselves. We think we can do anything because there is no love anymore. I mean, you the pastor, you know what he says. What do you say, Daddy? Now listening. I don't know how to correct it. I don't know how to correct it. I know how to correct myself and my own behavior. And if we continue to correct ourselves and our own behavior as a society, there will be a correction. You shouldn't think it's okay to attack a child. What made you attack me? I don't think I attacked you. I'm sorry if I attacked you in your opinion, but oh well. I talk a lot of shit, so be mad. I won't try to attack anybody. I might disagree with it, and I'll tell you why I disagree with it, and I might dismiss it, but I don't think I'm attacking anybody.
Oh,
my bad. If you felt attacked, I apologize for attacking. See, a correction right then and there. I correct my behavior if I did something wrong. If I felt I did something wrong. If I felt I ain't do nothing wrong, well, fuck you. That's also my mentality. I'm sorry, that was wrong. No one thinks they do wrong anymore. That's also the problem. We don't think we do anything wrong. No one tells us that we're doing anything wrong. We just get away with being an asshole. It sucks. We use lies and deception to take us apart, and there's no reason for that. Like I said, we need a correction. We need to come together as a society and mend as a whole society. That's what's needed. Oh, good. Be humble. I like that. That's my favorite song too. I'm not that humble. I'm a little bit an asshole. I try to be though. I try. I do. But literally, this is my idea. I think we need a correction in the society. What's the discussion? The society and what's wrong with it and what needs to be happening. Because I'm tired of focusing on what's wrong. What we need to do is focus on what's right and continue to bring what's right in society. I love how great we are as a nation. I love how different we are and how we can fight, but we always come back. It's like siblings, we fight, but you better not mess with us. So I don't know. I really don't know how to correct it. I know that there needs to be a correction. Jesus helps if you believe in Jesus, but not everybody does, unfortunately. So for those who don't, I'm not going to push that on them. That's not my right. I will ask them to accept Jesus, but if they don't, oh well. What am I doing? Make them bad? We fight each other. We do fight each other too much for no reason. Why do we fight each other so much? Why do people care about other people's lives? I mean, literally, why we fight so much? We need to come together and do something better. I don't know what it is. We always come together for the Olympics. We need to have an Olympics every year. No, we need to do. We need to have a statewide, competition to see who can come up with the most beautiful state, the most beautiful society. Us black people. Wait, what? Us as black people. Why is it? Us as black people. Why is what? Oh, we fight because we ain't got nobody else to fight with. They don't want. They don't want to fight with us. They don't want these hands. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. We violent, but we're not too bad. We're not too bad. And if they say a higher power, I say that is okay too. Yeah, we need a higher power, but unfortunately, a higher power is not going to save us all the time. So we need to save ourselves. Everyone's waiting on somebody to come save us, and we are the ones who need. We are here now. Everyone's always waiting on something. Do it. Go out and do it. Yes, we whites, Asians, everybody. I love me some Asians. Oh Lord, Asian women are so pretty. I wish I was Asian sometimes, so I could be like, 90 years old, still look 30. But yeah, so we need to all come together sometimes. We need there are differences, and I'm not gonna say there are differences. I mean, my husband's a white man, and he has his own idea about society, and we have arguments too. I ain't gonna back down. I'm a loudmouth, so what? Mutual understanding, yes, that is true. We do need mutual understanding, but we also need people to actually listen to each other instead of just trying to speak over each other or just having a point to say. And if you don't agree with that point, I'm gonna be mad at you. Like that makes no sense. A lot of people like, won't you find like this whole debate with the kneeling and all that stuff. I understand the need for it, and I also just understand why people are upset about it. But what I don't understand is people being mad at someone for kneeling, and when I explain to them why they're kneeling, they're still mad. Maybe you didn't listen, because the reason why you're upset is because you didn't listen the first time. That's the reason why you're upset, and I understand that because you need to listen. My phone's about to die for real. Here we go. There we go. Yay. Either you're for Jesus, you cannot. Right, we saw with Jesus, we don't care about somebody being mad because I tell you, there you go. I'm sorry, I was reading that, but I don't know. I don't have all the answers because that's not my job. My job is not to have the answer. My job is to ask, how can we correct it? And as a society, we need to correct it together. I mean, we always looking for somebody to give us the answers. Why don't we create our own answers? I mean, I know everyone has their own solution. Then we need to come together and find a better one for everybody. I don't know what it's going to be because I mean, I'm only 32. I don't have, oh, I said 32, Lord. I'd have made myself older. Uh, how did that happen, Lord? But I don't have all the answers. But that's what I think. We need to have something where we can all get together. We can all show our talents. That's one thing also. We are not encouraging talents in our schools anymore. We don't even teach nothing. People don't even know what an education is. To educate is to draw out, not to put in. I don't know why do people don't understand that. To draw out your talents, draw out your natural knowledge. That is what educate. Sorry. But no, we want you to spew nonsense, and if you don't know that nonsense, well then you stupid. Daddy, what's your opinion? People are you sitting there looking. I know the answer's in the Bible. Everybody wants to know a pastor, but come on, pastor. You there, Reverend, Bishop. What you gotta say? So when this happened, who was the person you trusted to? I went to school and I told a counselor, and she called the police, and the police did a police report. That is what. The subject matter is the correction in the world, in society, in the nation. I can't do nothing about the world. We can do something about America, goddamn it. I'm tired of this shit. I'm from America. I'm not from nowhere else, so I can't correct nowhere else. But we gonna correct this right now. So we gonna do it now. We gonna get Leanne Rams and Brandy, and they gonna do a collaboration album to bring to bring everybody together. But that's what we need to do for real. But no, I mean, I don't know. That's the subject matter. Finding a correction in society, and if we can come up with a solution, that'd be good. And that'd be nice. I like solutions. Oh, good. I try to be fantastic. That's true. We can't correct anyone but ourselves. That's exactly what I was saying. We have to have personal responsibility and personal accountability. And as long as we all do it as a society, there will be a correction. That is what happens. We are a collection of people. And if individual people actually acted like they needed to, shit wouldn't happen. Yes, females and males need to be truthful with themselves. I'm tired of this. Love it. Thank you for this discussion. But yes, you can't correct anyone else. You have to have personal accountability and personal correction. Self-correct right then and there. And then if you've done some horrible shit and you can't take it back, at least try to be a better person from then on. You have a right from the second you believe it to change your life. But they say miracles can happen as quickly as a lightning strike or as slow as the formation of a mountain. You can always change. But when you do change, don't act like the shit you did in the past don't affect anything. That's what I'm tired of. People like, oh, I'm saved now. No, that's fine, but you still did some shit. Really? I'm a Christian conservative now. Okay, that's fine. But when you wasn't a Christian conservative, you was going around molesting 14-year-olds. So I'm gonna need you to address that too. What? We just forget what we did when we become saved? No, that's not how it works. God forgave you. People didn't. And I'm a person. So you gotta amend with me. God loves you. That's your soul that you gotta deal with. But you also have to live in society. And you're living in society and doing atrocious shit will get you banished in my society. Sorry, my phone. I'm dead serious. We bringing back banishment. This Android, man. I ain't got no iPhone. I got an Android, so it's gonna be messing up every now and then. My bad. Technology sucks, anyways. Net neutrality shit that they doing. Did you hear about that? They're gonna mess up my internet. They're gonna mess up my internet. I'm sad. But yes, a correction is needed in society. And it happens when we all agree to hold ourselves responsible for our own actions. Once we do that, we also need to know that what we did in the past that was wrong needs to be amended as well. That is exactly what needs to happen. That's my opinion. Oh well. I cuss if I want to. You're gonna sit there and say I'm not a lady if I curse. Sorry, I got my mama in me. I'm a potty mouth. I know I have a master's degree, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna curse. I know I'm a lady though. But yeah, if there's any questions or anything that you guys, I know I will. I'll be better about the cursing. I do apologize for the swearing. For those who don't like the swearing, I do understand, and I will work on that. This is my nunchucks. That's what. Don't laugh at me. I do have nunchucks. Yes, I'm learning them. They soft. So yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be the next Bruce Lee. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna learn them. Yeah. So yeah, I got my nunchucks. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the correction is going to be. I don't know how it's even going to exist, but I know that it is needed. I know that we need to come together. I know that we need to stop spewing racism and sexism and all these isms. You don't have, okay, if they want to read the Bible, they can, if that's what they choose. I'm not gonna push that on anybody. I'm not gonna try and push religion on anybody. If they choose to accept God as their personal savior, then go ahead. That's fine. It's up to them. But you can still be accountable for your actions without God. I'm serious. You can be a good person without a biblical God in your life. Unfortunately, people don't believe that, but it's true. Your actions are what is needed. It was what actually make you. People think, oh, it's your thoughts. No, thoughts work. Yeah, I think a lot of crazy things. Trust. Oh, you don't want to be in my head. but I don't act on them because that's wrong. People need to learn that. You don't act on those things. It's insane. It's just a, yeah. I try to. You can have a personal relationship with God that has nothing to do with going to church or even reading your own Bible. You can have a personal relationship with your own personal God and speak to God. Just, hey, what's up, God? Things is going wrong right now, and we need assistance in correcting it. But I don't know if you're going to get the assistance that you are looking for because God works through people. Like I keep saying, people are the ones who need to do the actions for God. So a giant hand is not going to come out the sky with $1 million and put it in your pocket. You need to go out there and do what you need to do. I don't know. I can't solve people's problems. I don't know how people, why think, I don't understand why people think that God works like that. I know that the books of the Bible have all these fantastic stories of him doing things like that, but those are stories. You know how people talk. You know how people talk. And they got handed on to society. I know people gonna be mad at me for saying that, but it's true. They were a story that was meant to guide you. They were meant to show you things in society, but I'm not sure if it was meant to be literal, a lot of those things. But that's just my opinion. You ain't gotta listen to me. You ain't even gotta like it. That's my opinion, and if you hate it, oh well. But it starts with personal accountability, and it starts with correcting the behavior that is wrong. That's where it starts with. And once those two are actually done, then society as a whole can be corrected. A correction, yes, most definitely is needed. It's yes, behind every blessing is work to be done. You can't just have a blessing and not work for it. No, things don't happen like that. You have to work. You have to go out and you have to engage in society. Unfortunately, the society has a tendency to tear people down who tries to do that, but you got to be a little bit stronger than that. I know people gonna hate me for saying all this. They're gonna come up with all types of scenarios. Every guy that ever liked me gonna say he had sex with me. It's gonna be great, yo. I can't wait. I'll be like, hey, where did photo come from? Watch. They're gonna come out the woodworks just to disprove me. Watch. But it doesn't matter because I believe what I'm saying. I believe that the society needs a correction, and it happens with people from the ground down, from the ground up. The government's not going to correct it. Your elected official is not going to correct it. Hell, your pastor's not even going to correct it, unfortunately, a lot of times. You have to correct it yourself. You have to go out into your community and you have to make it better yourself. And if you choose not to, it's all on you. These are choices that we make. We chose to be in a society, and if you choose to be in a society, you need to conform to society's rules. Meaning, the one rule I live by all the time is love thy neighbor as I love thyself, and I love myself, so I love you. Now, you ain't got to like me.
Wow.
I might not like you either, but I still love you. A lot of people that I don't like, but I love them, you know? But because I love myself, I know I love my neighbor, and I would not do anything to that person that I want done to me. I don't want to attack that person. I don't want to make them feel bad about themselves. I don't want their lives ruined because I don't want that happening to me. Why would I do that? Golden rule. Treat others as you want yourself to be treated, right? That's how I treat others. That is just me. These, yeah, kids feed off of whatever, which makes no sense. But I know that don't make no sense because I was the same way. When I was a kid, I fed off of whatever. Shoot. I actually got into a fight with a girl because she said that Nick Carter was cuter than Justin Timberlake. That was crazy. So, I mean, I'm a product of the 90s. So, yeah. I am American, so I like random things, weird things. I had a thought earlier. Remember in the 90s when grown people used to walk around with Tweety Bird t-shirts on? They be walking around with Tasmanian devil shirts on, and that was fashion. Like they was to actually
How
go
much longer you
outside.
going? 'Cause
Huh?
at least you can't.
You remember that, Daddy? The Tasmanian devil shirts and the Sylvester shirts? What was that? Why was grown people walking around in that? Like people be like, oh, I like Tweety Bird. You're 47 years old. You like Tweety Bird? I don't know why I just thought of that, but that was so weird. I mean, when I say America comes up with the most weirdest stuff and it becomes a sensation, what was that? Literally Sylvester the cat on a shirt and you walking around on a Tuesday in downtown. See, she gonna say Tweety Bird was my favorite. I know. Everybody likes Tweety because he thought he potty potted. He was cute.
How much longer you going? So,
I don't know, not too long. I'm actually gonna be done with this soon. I'm getting off of so because I've gotten off of topic, I will be ending my book party. But I love everyone who bought my book. I love for everyone who's going to buy my book. And for those who are going to buy my book, disclaimer, you will cry. I'm sorry. It happens. Apparently I'm an emotional bitch. It happens. So if you do, I apologize in advance. 5 more minutes. Why? Well, your kids is messing up or something. Why? But seriously, it's just in conclusion, like I said, we need a correction in society. Thank you. We need a correction. And it begins with personal accountability and personal responsibility as well. People need to be responsible for their own actions as well. I'm tired of this. Once that happens, our society will be corrected. It starts from the bottom up. It starts with you, and it starts with me. It's not going to start with anybody else. It's not going to start with our cousins. It's not going to start with my brother. It's not going to start with my niece. It's going to start with you. And once you embody that and you actually believe that, it will actually become true. You actually have to live it, though. You got to live it. You can't just talk about it. You got to be about it, remember? Don't talk about it, be about it. Like I said, don't talk about it, be about it. Nuck if you buck. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you all very much for buying the book, being a part of the discussion. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kim, but you can watch it, and I'll still message anyone. I'll message you privately if you want to discuss anything that you read or want to talk about. We'll definitely will. If there's any concerns or questions you got, I will be on next week, same time, new discussion, probably the same discussion. I'll do it every week. There we go. Y'all have a good night. Mwah.